Hello everyone, this is Jem from the Art of Finance. Welcome back to our channel. We are with you on 5th of April afternoon analysis. On this video, we will cover some news first, and we will just go ahead with our charts. As you can see here, and our first chart is USD Canadian dollar. So this afternoon, we have received two balance of trade. The first one is Canadian, and then the other one is US balance of trade. Canadian balance of trade is a surplus, and it's just going higher because of these oil sales, oil and gas sales from Canada to other countries. With these sanctions, US and Canadian oil is more more important for the rest of the world, and they have really big potential. We will just see how big it will be. And that's why we see, and the other side, like as we said, like if Canadian trade balance was positive surplus, and US side is a deficit. The record level 89 billion US dollars, same level with the previous one. It's still a deficit in March. So that's why we see the valuation of Canadian dollar against US dollar. That's why it's on decline. There's two reasons. First one, high oil prices. That's why the surplus is getting bigger and bigger. If these trends goes like this, if oil prices goes higher, so we will definitely see this price decline will happen until, so as you can see here, it may test 120.20 on this level, and the previous decline 120.20 reason is decline of dollar index. Just imagine right now dollar index is almost 99 level, and Canadian dollar at this level. So as I said, it's just like a Canadian dollar is becoming more important money for this world. All right, it's all like that. But if we just see a decline in oil prices, this is a really good place to buy USDCAD. It can just test higher levels. That's also important. Just watch that. Let's look at our second chart.
You are ready to win with us. GAN Market.
All right, our second chart is wheat. As you can see here, wheat prices are just trying higher levels. Main reason is the inventories of wheat crops are declining, and they are renewed, they are freshed with higher prices. So this is keeping the price higher and higher. There is no solution on these Ukraine and Russia stuff. These two countries are the biggest producers of wheat crops, because they have the mass land and they have the perfect climate. So there's a quality of these wheat as well. For example, let me just give you an example of that one. Turkey is one of the big producer of wheat, but to make some specific products for kind of biscuits and other things, they need the mix of Ukraine and Russian crops. These kind of things also important, because I will just give you a specific information. Harsh environment sometimes is bad for crops, but for wheat in winter time, extreme cold weather is making it more valuable, more durable for the other things. This is also another important thing, and these crops are important. So wheat is not only amount but the quality as well. We need those wheat exports. As long as the war just goes on this level, we will see high level of wheat. And what happens? Just look at Sri Lanka, just look at Lebanon, just look at some other underdeveloped countries. When the high price of bread and some basic food goes higher, there are civil unrest, civil problems are just occurring. So this level of wheat is problematic for the rest of the world. It's important. Please just watch it on profit sides, on making money sides. When you just see testing this and cannot go higher, something like this sell-off can happen. So wait until to that one we may see another sell-off, because these levels are critical on that one. They will just they are just trying to stabilize the market with like at these range 1,000 and 1,100,000 level. At least it's really high, but at least better than 1,300 1,400 levels, and they are trying to do that one. They are trying to make this area as a peak moment, then decrease the price. All right, let's look at our last chart. All right, our last chart is SP 500 charts. US indices are rising this time, and the main reason is kind of like these new COVID related money printing process, like in US around this time, and they are waiting for another stimulus package from officials, and then they are asking, come on, like if we don't do that, and we will just get in trouble. Like there are a lot of impacts of this Ukraine-Russia war, so we into that. When there's a stimulus package, so these companies listed on S&P and Nasdaq and Dow Jones are the biggest beneficiary of these stimulus packages. They are not directed giving to people. That's why it's happening. So on the recent months, on the recent weeks, we are starting to see another stimulus package talks, and it's not good for economy, but they are just doing that one. They are just like heating the market, and with that expectation, it's rising. At the same time, some people are just like thinking, I don't know how they are waiting, but they are getting some good earnings on the first 3 months of the 2022. Actually, they are saying that like the recovery in market is so good. They're right, but if we just like think about the last month of like the quarter March, there are a lot of problems, and I just think that it will affect the earnings. We will see that one, but I'm just assuming that these high prices, people just like focus on other things. But still, that's the expectation, and it's keeping the higher level, and that's another scenario for that one. All right, thank you so much for watching us. We will just be together tomorrow morning. We will just covering another episode with you. Have a nice and profitable day. Bye.